Sausage. Hello, and welcome to another episode of First the Show where I, Marcus Nez, gives you my first impression on a game. I'm recording this after just taking a bit of a nap, so I'm a little out of it. My voice is not quite warmed up. But this episode is all about Wife Quest, a game where you play as a wife on a quest to beat the fucking shit out of a bunch of monster girls who want your man because your man, he is so sexy. He's also dumb as fucking rocks. And you can't take it anymore. And you know what? Nobody's gonna do anything about it except you. And you are so fucking angry. You're so angry and hostile. You're just like, bitch this, bitch that. You literally say bitch every other word. Bitch, bitch, bitch. Every monster girl is a bitch. They a witch, they a bitch. And you're just like, fucking not gonna take it anymore. And you just go around and you slash them with your sword. And when you knock them down, you're not done there. You're not gonna just leave them there because they're not dead yet. You gotta make sure they're dead. So you get on top of them, you ride them, and you start pulling on their neck or their head or whatever the hell you do. And you go, until they fucking get their neck snapped with a nice little I'm not kidding. That's what the game's all about. You got jiggly little boobies and bitchy and a horrible gameplay because that's what Wife Quest is all about. It makes a surprising first impression in that I thought it was way better looking than I was expecting. When it actually gets to the gameplay and I saw what the game visuals look like, I was like, man, this might be a good game. I might like this. And I thought the crass humor was funny for the first 2 minutes until it just showed me it was nothing but that over and over and over again. It doesn't have bitch as literally every other word, but she does say bitch a whole lot. This is not a kid's game. Do not play this in front of your kids, in front of your family, or even in front of yourself, because the real Achilles heel, which isn't really an apt descriptor of it, the real negative of this game, what makes all of it doesn't matter is the fact that it just isn't fun to play. It doesn't feel good as an action platformer. The jumping doesn't feel that great. It's okay, but more so than that, the real problem is that the action, the slashing of your sword, the attacking of enemies feels like shit. It feels completely unsatisfying to attack enemies. The majority are very easy to deal with because they'll just get knocked back with a sword swipe and they go down after 2 or 3 hits. But then you have this bigger monster girl, because there are 2 versions of the Medusa, I believe it was, that had a smaller one and then a big one. And when you hit the big one, there's no knockback. They just keep coming at you, and that was not satisfying because, one, there's no feedback or no real sense that you've actually made any type of contact with them, because they don't have even a I've been hit animation or anything. They just are like, okay, you hit me, but I'm still coming after you. I'm gonna get you. I don't care. You can swipe me all you want, and I'm gonna keep coming at you. So you'll likely take damage from them. But the other enemies are just like, whatever. You have ones who will throw a little, like, I don't even remember what it looked like. A coconut. They throw something at you. And those are annoying because you have no way to deal with the projectiles at first. And they are just real annoying. Until you get the shield at the end of the first level, which is not really a level, but more of a world. And the way they structure everything and the way they word everything is just weird. Because they call what they say the first level is a string of 14 levels that you play through. So you're going through these levels one after another in these same environments. The same environment, and it just kind of flows between all 14 levels, and then you're done and you move on to a new area. So you would think that they would call it an area or a world, but that was a level. Those 14 actual levels are what the game calls a level, a quote-unquote level. There's a shop with a blonde lady in a cool outfit who will give you some permanent upgrades to your attack power and your health, as well as some consumables that you can use that you don't really need. And it's surprisingly talky. Like, the game thinks it's funny, I think. I think the game thinks it's pretty funny with all the bitch. And there are more bitches. Like, there aren't as many bitches as I made it sound like at first, but there are more bitches than, say, Breaking Bad. Jesse from Breaking Bad ain't got nothing on the wife in this game. She will out-bitch the hell out of him. She will out-bitch the bitch out of him. She will make Jesse her bitch after she's done making all the monster girls her bitch. But what I said earlier about the shield, when you get the shield, the combat, the gameplay becomes significantly easier and better. Because one, you can deal with projectile enemies, and it makes dealing with them incredibly easy because in the second area, you have an enemy who can fly around and they'll shoot at you from an angle. And what you'll learn from the shield, or of the shield, very, very quickly, and by quickly I mean immediately, is that the shield will reflect a projectile back at whoever threw it at you or shot it at you. And that doesn't just mean if a projectile comes at you from an angle, it'll just always shoot it forward or whatever. It means it will literally just shoot it back at whoever shot it. It'll send it in reverse. It will reflect it. It will reflect it perfectly. So if it comes at an angle, it's going to go back at that exact angle and hit that enemy. So the shield is like a guaranteed win thing. Even though it has a limited use, it works off of energy, but it doesn't use up that much energy to reflect one attack. So you don't really have to worry about it. Of course, you can get the consumables. You can grind for currency so that you'll always have enough consumables to refill your meter for the shield. And I think you'd probably run into enough of the energy just in these levels. But it's just a not great game that thinks it's pretty funny. Looks pretty good. Music, I think the music got repetitive, but I don't even remember the music. So it didn't make much of an impression. And it looks good. I like the look of it. But it's weird. It's a weird game. And the whole executing them or whatever the hell you're doing, you don't get anything from that outside of completing levels 100%. Like, you need to do that in order to have it go towards your completion, your full completion of a level. But that's it. That's the only reason why you would do that. You're not getting any extra gold from taking out the enemies that way. You're not getting extra XP. There's no XP in the game, but you're not getting health or any type of thing at all. You get nothing from it other than just watching the wife get on a monster girl and go, oh my god. They know what they're doing there. And to some people, they're gonna like that. But I got tired of it. You can't skip it, but I don't even know why it's there. I mean, I know why it's there, but I don't know why it's there, if you know what I mean. But I just played through the first area and a bit of the second area. I believe you get more abilities or items or whatever, like the shield, as you keep playing. That'll make the experience, the gameplay, even better and probably even more easier. But I didn't care enough to want to keep playing because I found, again, the humor to be real old, real fast, the gameplay to be subpar, and the game itself just to be a bit of a letdown after a somewhat alright very first impression. The immediate impression after that first impression was all downhill. But yeah, that will do it for this here episode of First. Once again, I am Marcus, and as y'all can find me on Twitter and pretty much everywhere at PX Sausage. If you'd like to see me streaming games like Life Quest, if you'd like to see my life quest of streaming games like Wife Quest, you can do that over at twitch.tv/PX Sausage. If you'd like to check out the videos I make and you aren't already doing so, you can do that over at youtube.com/Pixelated Sausage. Like, subscribe, hit that bell, and all that jazz, baby. That's again youtube.com/Pixelated Sausage. Speaking of Pixelated Sausage, if you put a little dot and com after that, what do you got? what do you got? You got my website, pixelatedsausage.com. And if you go there, you can find more stuff like this, as well as the art I make. And if you see something you like, you can purchase a print of the piece you fancy. And if you fancy the site in general and anything that we do, please go over to patreon.com/pxs and support us that way. As always, thank you for watching or listening. I hope you enjoyed this here episode, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Bye.